Hello, nerds, and welcome back to a very exciting Civ 6 challenge series. And what is this? A speed run? Yes, we are running the Age of Abundance culture challenge that has been posted by Firaxis. You can actually get it available to this right in the main menu. And I think we've stumbled upon an incredible way to play this. And we're gonna win this well under 100 turns. Remember, this is no DLC, meaning there's some major differences in how the game plays, but the biggest difference is that raiding gives double pillage rewards. Not 150%, but double. That is a lot. And of course, some of the best units to raid with are, of course, Cavalry units, because they have 5 movement, and if you get that upgraded with depredation, man, are they scary. There's also a couple other key differences. So if you'll notice here at computers, this is a 100% tourism boost. So this is actually a much bigger boost to tourism than normal. There's also no such thing as rock bands, and naturalists are incredibly expensive. With DLC, they cost 600 faith, not 1600. So naturalists are actually very, very hard to use. So using our faith to generate tourism is kind of weak in this version of the game. What is still strong are seaside resorts. This will probably be the biggest amount of tourism from our empire, because this is 100% tourism from Appeal, which combines very well with the Wonder Cristo Redentor right here in the modern era, because it doubles the amount of tourism you get from your seaside resort. Now, the notable thing here is that we start with 2 cities and over 1,200 gold from the start of the game. I want to use my gold to get my cities developed as efficiently as possible while also getting an army of horses out. Now, the thing about cavalry units is that for some reason, without the DLC, they are upgraded straight by horsemen. There is no coursers in this mode. We have to go all the way back here to the classical era to get a horseman to upgrade straight into cavalry, which goes from 36 combat strength to 62. It's a massive, massive change. Now, the horsemen are really cheap, right? But they will be pretty much worthless. They'll get killed by the city shots almost immediately. So in the meantime, I'm going to be building knights. Knights still have 4 movement, and they can actually tank some hits better than light cavalry can. So knights will be what we try to build first until we can pillage our way till we get to cavalry. Strategics work differently without DLC. And how that is if you have 1 iron improved in your lands, you can build a iron unit in a city that has an encampment. If you have 2 of them improved, you can build them in any city. That's it. There's no spending of resources. There's no upgrade costs. There's nothing like that. Upgrading units only cost gold. There's no strategic resource requirement in terms of upgrading units. But there's a few things I want to do here. First, we're going to go ahead and pick our government. Monarchy is easily the strongest form of government to start with. We have the most access to cards here. We will be plugging in first maritime industries to get a couple of boats out very, very quickly. But I also want to be plugging in chivalry so we can chop out knights immediately. We will be running the serfdom card for better builders. Because we have access to this immediately, our builders are going to be very, very efficient, giving us 5 builder charters in every builder. I'm going to run Diplomatic League to get extra envoys when we meet city-states. We'll be running the Great Writer card to get an early source of tourism, because this is how we're going to be winning the game. And I'll immediately be running just urban planning for that little bit of extra production. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is placing a couple of districts. We're going to be prioritizing gold as much as possible incredibly early on, so that we can get gold that we need to be able to upgrade units. I will be building 2 galleys first. So this city will immediately get a builder with 5 charges to be able to chop out those boats. And we, of course, will be placing down a Acropoli to be able to get the Great Writer points. We won't be building these yet, but they will be incredibly, incredibly important for us. I'll be sending my builder to these tiles to chop, and we're going to go straight for settlers out of the capital. So I've played this map before. I know there's room to settle up to the north, also down to the south. I know there's an island up here. I know Rome is up here, who's going to be the first one we want to try to attack. So I want to get 1, 2, 3 settlements up this direction to basically forward settle the person we're trying to attack and have an outpost out this direction to be able to upgrade our units. I will be buying a builder in here to also get this done, as well as buying a quick scout to be able to pick up some goodie huts down here. I'm gonna go straight for cartography. This is gonna be really, really nice so that we can navigate ocean tiles. It'll also improve the amount of gold return we're making out of these fishing boats when we get them improved. It'll allow my galleys to explore really well, as well as to be able to invade over to the west. Our trade route is going to come back to Athens, so we can trade with Mogadishu. And this gold stockpile, I'm only spending on builders. Because instead of just buying a boat outright, which is 260 gold, what I can do is I can buy a builder, and then I can chop a wood tile here, which multiplies with the 100% production you get to boats here, meaning you get double the production out of this chop. An incredibly, incredibly efficient way to get production ASAP, instead of, for instance, just buying settlers or buying boats. So we're starting in Monarchy, which is great for influence points. What I want to do is go straight up to Merchant Republic, because Merchant Republic gives us extra trade routes, but also discounts on purchases with gold. And because I'm focusing so heavy on gold, and I'm going to be buying a lot of units and doing a lot of pillaging, this could be very good. You could stay in Monarchy for the influence points, but we're going to have so many envoys just from building our Acropoli, which give us a +1 envoy every time they're built. And every single one of our cities will be doing just fine on envoys. This city will actually prioritize food so that we can get it growing and get multiple districts in it. We're going straight to the woods here to chop. The thing about camps in base game is they only give +1 gold per turn. So instead of improving these deer for +1 gold per turn, which is pretty weak, it does scale with mercantilism, but I would way rather be chopping deer. Immediately chop for a settler. That production will overflow into the next settler as well. I'm going to improve a wheat tile here and send the settler out immediately. I'm going to spend some more gold on another set of builders to very, very quickly improve our tiles. As you can see here, we have already 2 settlers going with a 3rd on the way. We can improve our horses. We can actually chop. Yeah, we have another settler next turn already. We can also chop out this boat with another one being built next turn. Immediately see Mogadishu, and we can send them a trade route for 5 gold per turn and an envoy to make them our suzerain. Our scout's going to come down here to find some goodie huts for us. I'll improve some pastures along the way and spend a little bit more gold on yet another builder. So with our little... this is why chopping is so good, man. I will actually chop this food here to get our city to grow back up again, but I will be placing the diplomatic quarter. This will be incredibly important for our generation of envoys and increasing our influence points per turn for more envoys. But since I want to get my chopping done immediately, what we're doing is we're going to be chopping out heavy chariots. These are incredibly cheap units, only 65 production, and I'm going to chop out like 5 of them so that we can have tons of heavy chariots to upgrade into knights. Again, we are using builder charges on chops, which give us an extra 50% production towards a cheap unit, which we can then use cards like Professional Army to upgrade them to a knight for less gold, meaning you can have tons of units incredibly, incredibly fast and go ahead and attack these AIs for double the pillaging rewards. Like, it's so good. We're interrupting this Civ content to give you breaking Civ news, because the Civ Give 2023 is happening soon. Mark your calendars for December 15th through the 17th, because the entire Civ community is getting together for the biggest Civ event of the year. 30 of your favorite content creators, yes, 30 creators are all getting together for one big multiplayer event weekend, including 2 days of minigames and a big 10-player free-for-all with myself, Botheus, Van Bradley, Ursa Ryan, and more. We're planning to raise $50,000 as a community for Gamers Outreach, a charity that provides access to video games to the kids staying in children's hospitals. Because a little bit of video games, socializing, and just generally having a good time has a really good effect on the overall well-being of the kids. If you are a nerd and you want to support our individual campaign to raise $2,000, feel free to donate early in the link in the description. If you cannot donate, come to the event, bring the energy, have some fun, and celebrate the Civ community. The event will be live streamed on my Twitch channel, but also here on YouTube. Now, back to the video. I'm going to keep sending my boats out. They're both going to go out to the west. And I'm going to go ahead and bring a mine here, get a quick chop out here, get that harbor done as soon as possible. So many builders, so ready. And 60 faith. That gives us our pantheon. That's incredibly, incredibly nice. We can see here. Conga line. It's so funny. We built this guy in like 1 turn, but I can chop here to finish one, overflow. Another one will be built next turn. Actually, we can build it right now to get 2 heavy chariots immediately. And we're gonna have a very, very fast army. Now, there's a couple of really, really good pantheons here. I think God of the Open Sky is the most obvious choice, given you have all of these pastures nearby with 1, 2, 3, 4, even maybe 5 early pastures. However, we're gonna get plenty of culture from pillaging. We're gonna get plenty of science, gold, and faith as well. The one resource we do not get from pillaging is production. And we have lots of coastal cities. These coastal cities need a source of production. And because we are going for cartography early, giving us the +2 gold in addition to the 1 food on the fishing boats, all of my cities will be incredibly productive if we take the God of the Sea pantheon throughout the entire game. So even though God of Open Sky helped us immediately, God of the Sea will help us in the long run by giving us a good source of food, gold, and production in all of our coastal cities, and we want to have as many cities as possible in this game. Open Sky is still good, but God of the Sea is really, really good for the strategy that we're playing today. Keep moving our boats out. They would go ahead and go meet the other cities as fast as possible. We'll keep getting our mines and pastures down, as well as some plantations to get some additional gold per turn. And I'm just gonna let my settlers actually run right by here because I'll just pick this up with the horses just fine. I'll go ahead and chop another horse to get another one out next turn. Like, it's so quick. It's so fast. So fast. And after what? We have 5 heavy chariots. We're gonna go back to getting more settlers for down here, which there's another good yet to grab. What if we get a relic? A relic would be amazing. So there's another heavy chariot. Get into the water with this settler, get up to the iron to settle here, and then this settlement will go right here by the bananas, and we'll get as much production as possible with all of these mines that we have access to. Going cartography first also means that our scout can go ahead and get across the water incredibly quickly, which will be very useful for us. And you can see we were very much doing a just locusting, just chopping everything we can, improving the things that make sense. And we're actually going to go ahead and chop this cattle because I would love to get a campus or 2 in my 2 starting cities, because getting the boost of printing will get us to Cavalry that much faster. I'll bring my settler up here to, yes, this is the island we want to settle on. I want to settle right here. We'll do a fun harbor Acropolis triangle here to get gold and culture per turn. We can settle on this iron. We can do Acropoli here on this hill. Most of my cities will do a harbor Acropolis triangle to get us our 2 things that we need: gold and great writers. This city can also settle right here for another harbor and Acropoli right there. We're going to go ahead and settle here. This gives us a 2 food, 2 production on this tile. Go straight for the harbor. And we'll also be chopping right here. Grab this goodie hat. Oh, wait, what? Wait, I was kidding. I was kidding. Wait, give me real. All right, boys. This is the run. Oh my God, that happened. That just okay. Yep. YouTuber luck confirmed. It's a real thing. 4 faith per turn and an early source of tourism. We actually have tourism per turn already. That is insane. I'm going to use this chop here to chop out that harbor immediately. And I'm going to go straight for trade routes. The more of these we have, the better, so that we can upgrade all of these knights. Get a bunch of tiles improved. We'll go straight for our fish. And actually, I'm going to go builder. Because of our pantheon, I'm going to get our fishing boat pantheon online. And we're going to come up here, immediately find some goodie huts. I do actually want to get 1 more galley out to scout this direction, because there's a bunch of stuff for us to see as soon as we get cartography. Here's our last chariot. Get our mines down. I'm going to send my builders. I'm going to settle this city on the iron. We now have a source of iron. And the great thing about getting heavy chariots instead of hard building knights is that we don't need any iron to upgrade these guys. We will already have them. So we met Rome. He's gonna be our very first target. And guys, just you wait. This is gonna be a ridiculous game. Ridiculous game. Nice, and it's time for Athens to prioritize the settlers. I wanna try to make sure that I preserve, not preserve, but just hold on to any of these tiles that are breathtaking flat land tiles, because those are seaside resorts. This is how we are winning the game, is by getting as much tourism as possible from our flat tiles. So I can settle on this tile, get a nice harbor here, and there's also a hill here for an acropoli. That leaves a settlement over here on the Niter to be the closest settlement we can get, because there's also a bunch of really nice land here for more seaside resorts. Now, this will need a little bit of extra peel, but like when we get to conservation, we'll be able to get a ton of these. So we'll be planting trees to help boost the appeal here. There's another city I could get right here, which again, we can go for a nice little harbor acropoli triangle. And that means we can get one more city right here on the sheep to give us a harbor here. And we'll be able to get a little bit more seaside resort shenanigans right there, just by planting a tree here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 cities I would like to grab on this continent. But the sooner I get these settlers out, the sooner they can build their acropoli, the sooner that I get tons and tons of great people. I need to be banking my gold per turn to get our upgrades to knights ready, as these chariots are going to be here very soon. And I need to get exploration as soon as possible. So I'm going to grab that, a little bit of extra production in this city, improve these, get this settlement ready, get the chariots in, and we'll definitely get this boat out, because cartography is about to happen. And there's plenty of goody huts around on this coastline. I would love to snag if we can. Get more fishing boats, settle here, get a harbor. Gold per turn is the way we get our army set up. Now there's definitely lots of city-states I want to meet, be incredibly, incredibly important for us. And there we are, food, production, and gold. And there's Zanzibar, another gold city-state. Every city-state in this game is either culture or gold, meaning we are boosting the buildings in our acropoli and the buildings in our harbors. So +2 gold in every market and lighthouse means that you can scale these districts, commercial hubs, harbors, and acropoli incredibly well. So you should be prioritizing those as much as possible. A couple of campuses just to get a little bit of science and the boost for printing. And of course the diplomatic quarter on the way. But the diplomatic quarter is also boosted, giving you tons of gold when you build the consulate and the chancellery from these city-states. It's incredibly good. There's another boat that's going to be ready to sail. And I'm actually going to grab a quick scout out of the city. Get our heavy chariots up. We might actually grab these goody huts and come right back, as long as they are ready for us to attack Rome when we switch to exploration. Now, to get exploration a little bit faster, I will go ahead and get this acropoli done. Get our boats scouting around. We'll grab this goody hut, 40 gold, that's gonna be useful for us. And these are the goody huts that I'm looking for to grab with this scout. And there's actually a city-state up here I might wanna beat with this boat first. I'm gonna send this boat forward, send this boat, and there's a natural wonder right here. Amazing. Grab that goody hut really fast, and we have more builders ready. I definitely want to prioritize trade routes to get these trade routes online. The more gold per turn, the better. And 9 turns until I can plug in the upgrade card. We've met the Congo. Nice to meet you. Always want to sample their hospitality so we can see a little bit of their land. And of course, there's Yosemite. Oh, he took that goody hut. Oh, I am so furious. I mean, it's fine, I guess. Let me settle here. Let's get another harbor down. Chop some food here. That city ready. When we get our campus down, we'll build this last settler in 6 turns, just in time to switch out the settler card. And then we'll focus on these 2 districts for us. Find the Galapagos. And there's cultural city-states I need to meet right here. Unfortunately, you can't actually get around the Galapagos without sailing the ocean, but that's another reason why we have cartography, just in time. Get these guys back. Be great timing for us to get those 5 knights. We're gonna chop out this and get our acropoli down. +3 culture per turn is massive. I want to prioritize food in my cities to get them to really grow and get all of our districts down, as well as production. Definitely need a builder up here in the city. What? What? Why did they declare war? I haven't even done anything wrong yet. Weird? Okay. What? All right, weirdos. All right, well, we're gonna declare war on them anyway. So, what? Well, I'm gonna go ahead and meet these other civs as well as these city-states. I'm gonna keep Mogadishu on my side. Make sure I keep my trade routes with them because they'll be incredibly important. We did meet Kumasi now, so I'll send a first-time envoy to them. Just get it done. They have too many envoys from Movember to take Suzerainov though, but there's another city-state right here, which is actually way more valuable for us. All right, war declaration, very weird, but it really doesn't bother me at all. I'm gonna send this builder up here to get these fishing tiles improved. And now that we have cartography, siege tactics we boosted probably from a goody hut, which is actually huge. I guess the military science a little bit faster. And we can actually boost printing soon too as well. I'm gonna go ahead and meet Banda Bernai, another really good city-state to meet. First time envoy sent to them, and easy Sues, increasing our culture per turn, getting our knights ready, getting our boat to keep on sailing, our scout to go ahead and find this goody hut, and getting these builders out. We can also go ahead and meet Arabia. Now, each of these knights is 180 gold to upgrade. With the professional army card, it's only 90, meaning we 90 times 5, like 460 gold. That's how much gold we're gonna need to upgrade all these guys on the same turn. And there it is, Namadal, an incredibly important city-state to meet. Well, not the first to meet them, but we'll first time send. And I need one more envoy. So as soon as we get this Acropoli down here, we'll be able to Seize them, or the diplomatic quarter. Either way. We'll actually start trading with Banda Bernai. If you don't know, trading across water actually increases the amount of gold that you're making. So trading with Banda Bernai is actually more important than trading with Mogadishu at the moment. The knights to wait. Sorry. Get one more settler out. This scout's gonna go ahead, and they want to find us a landing zone for a set of eventually Cavalry to go after Cairo. We have another settler coming out. Fantastic. Getting our fishing boats, getting this city a nice source of production. And this boat's gonna come up here to scout out this land. Again, knights waiting. Exploration next turn. And we have 406, we have enough gold to upgrade all these guys. We shall not see. All right, and this is the turn. This is the turn. I can take out colonization and I can take out chivalry because I want to plug in professional army to upgrade these units. Merchant Confederation for a little bit extra gold. And then get to our policy switches nice and fast. We're going to plug in meritocracy and Trader Confederation for a little bit of extra culture. Meaning I can now go ahead, upgrade each of these knights for 90 gold. Ready to go ahead and wreak havoc on Rome. Now, you notice none of that spent iron to upgrade, and I would be tempted to sell this iron, but you do still need to have access to iron to heal your iron units. So I'm gonna keep that. I don't want to tempt fate like that, because they will be taking plenty of shots from these city center walls. I do want to grab this jungle here, and our settler coming down here to settle this fantastic city, which of course has tons of seaside resort potential in it down here. Let's go ahead and grab humanism to unlock our art museums and archaeological museums. And this galley is coming by. We're also going to settle up here because look, if we settle on this luxury resource, we get another luxury. It doesn't decrease the appeal. You get another luxury resource without decreasing the appeal by putting a mine here. Then you have tons of seaside resort potential just on this island here. Even this tile, like this is all so good. So good. And we have officially fully navigated this continent. This scout will find what's in the center, of course. And as soon as I get an envoy, I need to get Namadal. Which, speaking of, I need to place some more Acropolis to get those down. And it's time to send the knights. Ooh, there's a goody hut. There's a goody hut. Gimme. Let's go ahead and sail out this way. There's Vilnius, which we're gonna wait. Send an envoy to, of course. Not as good as Namadal. Here's our envoy. And I'm immediately gonna take Susan of Namadal, giving us 2 culture for every district next to the coast, meaning the harbors, the theater squares, and the city centers all get +2 culture. That is 6 culture per city, basically, because all of our districts are here, giving us from 39 culture per turn to 59. Doubled our culture per turn. That's insane. We also met Catherine, of course, over here. Grab a good hit. And got a free recon unit. Okay. Okay, that's fantastic. I'm gonna send them up this way. He can come over here to get this goody head as well. So many goody heads to grab. And humanism in 4. So I'm gonna send 2 knights up here to pillage Kume and 3 knights to come down here. More goody heads, more islands. This is fantastic. We have another envoy to send, 2 envoys to send. So since we have Diplomatic League, I'll double send to Vilnius. And they can't, there's no reason to keep Susan and Mogadishu, other than I don't want them to flip. Trajan's really fighting for Mogadishu, which is annoying. I'm gonna hold on to my envoy just in case he does. Yeah, there's plenty to pillage up here. We'll settle right here. Immediately go for another Acropolis. Again, these are half-cost districts, so they get built really fast. Immediately give us rider points, and that is how we plan to win the game. Ha! He's got a rider here, but I'm here first. 40 gold. Mine. Thank you. You can immediately become a builder in this city. Awesome. Lovely. And Cleo. Oh, nice to meet you. Meeting all of the civs. Now, my snake is doing very, very good. They're going to go ahead and build us a builder. I'm going to chop here to get to the Acropolis in 1 turn. And my knights are ready to pillage, but I'm going to wait till we get the raid card in. And these guys are also going to wait a second. Only farms up here to pillage. We'll get the horses improved. We can, however, sell the Niter. We don't plan on using any Niter units this game. Giving us another builder to grab, as well as being able to place this Acropolis, because we're at pop 4 now. Prioritizing food has been very useful for us.
You must not lose faith.
And here we are, policy switch time. So I can go ahead and take out Professional Army and run Raid, as well as Sack, which gives us pillages towards districts. I'm going to run the Harbor Adjacency for gold per turn, so I can keep getting more and more builders. And we're about to get tons of value, just you wait. I'm going to run Charismatic Leader as well, just for a little bit more influence points. We'll swap these cards in and out. And here we go. It is time for the knights to come in and pillage. I'll keep this knight. Keeping your units together is useful because they'll get support bonuses on the defense, so they take less damage. But that gave us, we have 600 faith. Faith is going to be used for great people, primarily writers, but there's also like Filippo here, which could give us tons of production towards a wonder. Specifically, Chris Redentor would be really, really nice to get that rushed out. And then let's get up to nationalism as fast as possible. Grab the horses. And I have 2 envoys, so let's actually grab Vilnius now. And actually, I will keep Mogadishu for that 5% culture. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25% culture from our city-states, from Pericles' ability here. And we met Peter. Nice to meet you. All right, here we go. The knights can come in, pillage a trade route, pillage that next turn. And then we definitely want to get the knights in here up to this university. And if you're wondering how I'm planning on taking cities with knights when these cities have walls, I don't. We're not taking any cities. We're just here to pillage, which will give us a ton of yield to get us through this tech and civic tree really fast. Lots of faith, lots of gold, and it actually keeps our amenities up high back at home because we're not taking on other cities. And there's a good hit, bunch of good hits up here. Yeah, we'll taking damage from these city shots, but it's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and pillage this for 500 gold. That's so much gold. I can buy the universities. Yeah, let's do it. So I'm gonna prioritize pillaging the gold so that I can buy some universities here. Because look, 500 gold, that's 1,300. Go ahead and buy the university in the capital, boosting astronomy. This city gonna go for the amphitheater, for the writers, of course. Actually, the consulate's really, really useful. And it gives 12 gold per turn at 4 culture is huge. Because if you don't know, the consulate also is boosted by envoys, but it's boosted by every single district type. It is incredibly, incredibly good. Like, we can go ahead and boost this consulate again with Kamasi, and I'm gonna do that. Research wise, I'm gonna go for printing, and then again, amphitheater, 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 and we're just chopping out everything. Overflow into an amphitheater, and we'll get this knight to fly out. This guy will take some shots, so he'll just keep moving. He'll get out of there. And we met Brazil. I believe that's every civ in the game now. Yeah, we met everyone. Doing fantastic. Let's grab this. Reformed Church boost. That's okay. I don't plan to go with Theocracy. We're not really using faith this game. But that's okay. And here we are. Our units are starting to take some good damage. But I'm going to go ahead and pillage this tile for 500 gold. buying our second university, boosting printing, which again, remember, tech boosts are 50% of the techs, not 40% in this mode. Getting us much closer to military science and cavalry. I want to make sure that my units survive, so that's going to be my highest priority. But let's go ahead and pillage the rest of printing here. Oh, it's so good. And now it's time for military science. Now, I don't see any units to kill with our knights to boost military science because, I mean, Prince AI, but that's okay. We'll just pillage through it. Also chop out this amphitheater nice and fast. Again, the improving tiles gives you long-term benefits while chopping gives you short-term. But in a game mode like this, when we're starting the Renaissance and we're trying to win in less than 100 turns, basically everything is short-term. So we're also going to put C7 resorts there later. So it's like chop them now, replace them later. This is the whole idea. There's Diplomatic Service, which is fantastic. I'm going to plug in Diplomatic League. Oh no, what we need is Chivalry. I need to run Chivalry so we can start spamming horses out of our cities. Because these horses will do this exact same thing. We'll get horses to upgrade into cavalry. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start building horses in all 5 of my core cities. And then I'm also going to buy a builder here to help chop these out. I'm going to go up to the Enlightenment. This guy can fortify and pillage on the same turn, giving us 5 turns off of that district. And these knights are going to continue on pushing forward. There we are. Our knights are healing. These guys are badly hurt. There is another science pillage here, so I'm going to step this guy away. This guy too. The knights did a really good job of pillaging Rome to get us to cavalry very quickly. There's also another city-state of Amsterdam. So I'm going to first time send to them, and then hold on to the rest of the envoys. All right, we're going to get 1 population. Very nice. All right, military science is ready. All of my knights are ready to heal. Chop out this horse. And I need to send horses out this way as well as out this way. This will be another good pillage here. 3 turns on military science. Whew. I'll let my knights heal before they continue on. Look at this knight to come through. Keep on healing. I could go to nationalism. I don't think we need to yet. And I don't want to advance the era into the industrial era yet. I would love to chop out more horses. So go ahead, chop here. Get another horse. And chop here for another horse. Overflow into more horses. I'm actually going to switch off of military science in a turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 going to go over here. I'm going to hit them at Medina and then roll up this way, I think. So I'm going to get all my horses down here. That knight is real hurt, but he just got out. Nice. I'm going to actually switch off of military science for 1 turn and focus on getting up to industrialization. So mass production it is. We have a bunch of horses here. We have 4 horses here. And I need to bank up a bunch of gold. Ah, yes. Be interested in me, Cleo. I am definitely a big man of interest. Chop a couple more horses. So we're going to have 4 horses to the east, 4 horses to the west. I think the rest will go to the west. But after that, it's going to be hard to upgrade anymore until I start pillaging again. Let's start moving the knights forward. Look out for more pillaging. Got to remember, Kumasi is at war with us. I would love to get Susan of them. So if I get some more envoys, that'd be great. But I'm also going to go ahead and start grabbing some holy sites. Holy sites will help with appeal, they'll help with faith, they're just going to help overall. Getting a bunch of scouting information done. This scout's going to come over here. All right, and that's as many horses as I'm going to need. So let's get military science ready, because now it's time to take out chivalry, and we'll run the professional army card again. You can run a charismatic leader for more envoys, and keep in our raid cards. Here we are. We could also go up to nationalism to get cores whenever we need them. Athens here could also get another district. An industrial zone in the center of our empire actually sounds very useful. So I'm going to go ahead and plug them right here. And in terms of art museums versus archaeological museums, we'll get to archaeologists really fast, but I think you still need a balance. We will be getting a lot of artist points soon. So my high production cities, I'm going to go for archaeological museums because they can build the archaeologists. My lower production cities will go for art museums for those eventual great artists. These knights are about healed up. They're building a theater square here. Pillaging theater squares especially will be important for us because it lowers the culture of the AI, meaning it'll be easier for us to win a culture victory. There it is, cavalry and the start of the industrial era. And here we go. running mass production, and yep, professional army's in. So it's only 190 gold to upgrade these cavalry, but it is still a considerable amount of gold. So we need to get as much gold per turn as possible. So things like lighthouses increasing our gold per turn could be really useful to get these upgraded now. Also, continuing our raid, which he has a builder here. I'm going to keep the builder around so he keeps fixing his tiles so I can keep pillaging. Sounds awesome. Grab that good yet. Square rigging boost. Metal casting boost. Yo. Yeah, I don't want a musket in it and I don't want crossbows, so that is perfect. We'll also go back to colonizing, back to settlers here soon, because I have tons of extra settlements I want. Now their city shots are getting strong, for sure, but I have my pillaging. So I'm going to run out here with this guy, and I need to find some farms. This guy is really hurt, but he only needs 1 experience. So I'm going to back up and heal a turn, and then we'll get a promotion here soon. Get another cavalry here, and we'll get into the water. I have too many horses for how many upgrades I need, but I would rather have these built and then upgrade one at a time and send them out than to not have them built at all. We also need to focus on getting our trade routes up. So actually, all of my cities need to get a trader quick. This city still has not gotten a builder. It really needs one. The Conga one piece. They're done. Sorry, dude. Oh, look, Rome has a pikeman. Oh, that's actually a problem. But let's go ahead and get this pillage done. And I need to keep this guy nearby. This guy will come out and keep getting pillages. Send my scouts around. And there we go. We got 5 cavalry ready to go. Yep, a knight died. That's okay. That's the first unit we lost. So these guys are doing fantastic. So this guy's going to step up now. He'll get shot again, but he'll get a promotion. And we're going up to square rigging. Already boosted. Fantastic. Chop out this trade route. We'll start trading with Bandar Brunei from each of my cities. I need to find some more gold pillages. And here come the cavalry. Now, I will actually pay for open borders with Brazil, just because the amount of scouting information we get here is priceless. Oh, he was within range of a shot. Whoops. That's okay. These guys are getting barding. They're going to get some extra defense on the range attacks. That was actually really dumb. Let's go ahead. Let's start upgrading cavalry over here now. Let's get those amphitheaters. The sooner you land your horses on the land, the better, because that's where they have good movement. Let's start trading with Bandar Brunei. Here's a gold pillage. Let me focus on this, that. All right. Here come the cavalry. Chop out this trader here. Trade with Bandar Brunei. Another 11 gold per turn. 100 gold per turn. Fantastic. I'm going to bank my faith, I think, for Filippo. The riders are on the way. I need to settle these 2 cities, like, real soon. I'm go ahead and get this science pillage. There's a tech completed, and then we'll go straight to industrialization. Get tons of science. This guy's 23 health. I need to, but he can get shot by 3 cities. So I need to pillage and then get out of. Whoops. The capital's gonna go back to get our 3 settlements down here. 1, 2, 3. And then there's a couple of settlements I will need to get to be able to trade with all of the civs. So settling down here by Yosemite opens up trade routes to the Congo and to France. Rome you can already trade with, as well as Arabia. But I'll need a place to be able to settle somewhere down here. So I can trade with Egypt and Brazil, and a city up here so that I can trade with Russia. So that's 1, 2, 3 extra settlements that I'll need to get eventually. We'll keep trading with Bandar Brunei because they have fantastic trade routes. Yep, that guy died. It's fine. They got enough value already, and then we're going to come back up with Cavalry. So next, our priority is going to be Christopher and Tor. So we can get civil engineering. This will also give us access to public works, which will really help us get a bunch of builders. Another upgrade here. We'll keep trading with city-states. Let me see, how many envoys do I have? 2. I definitely still want to go for Kumasi. So I start sending envoys their direction. And all of my boats are auto-exploring at this point. Like, they could do whatever. My cavalry are getting ready to declare war. This scout needs to come down here to scout out this land. We'll get a pillage here, step here, pillage here, promotion, barding, full health. We can keep getting open borders with civs just for the scouting information. Again, it's not for tourism. No, cavalry are ready to go. And we're declaring war. Let's go. Industrialization just happened, giving a +1 production all of our mines. And then I need to get up to computers as fast as possible to double our tourism. So we're at banking, astronomy, scientific theory. They're all boosted. There's gold pillages to be had here. There's science pillages. And we're landing our cavalry already. Oh boy, they're not ready for this. We'll send them all in. And we can start pillaging here next turn. Keeping them close together so they all get bonuses to support. Definitely want to get a builder in this city finally. We even have coal. Nice. Sweet. Good time for promotion to happen. So this guy, oh my god, there's a settler. Hello? That makes this easier. And he will die, but it's okay. It's worth the settler right there. Jeez, are you kidding me? Food, production, and gold from these cities. Fantastic. And here we are. More gold to pillage. Faith to pillage. Campuses to pillage. Finishing astronomy immediately. That's just so much science. You can actually step off. And the next guys can come in and pillage. That's so much. That's so much. So much value. This city can actually get a commercial hub now. Beautiful, beautiful. We're actually about to make so much faith because we're raiding Arabia that I'm going to spend some time just shaving turns off the writers. Denounced by France, that is okay. That is okay. I don't think I care. Yeah, that knight died. But the main goal now is to get this settler out of here alive while these guys come in to do the pillaging. All right, boom. Faith pillage here. Gold pillage here. Step, kill that trade route. Keeping the cavalry together as much as possible. Or at least in rough terrain. 2 more envoys meaning we can get Susan of Kumasi, which is fantastic. That's going to make all these trade routes give tons and tons of culture. 134 culture now. Oh, man.